It's almost like the Giants in the way they get hyped sometimes, and it just collapses, and it's like everyone sees this coming. But anyway, speaking of the Giants, I'll say it again. They are at MetLife, so they're home. The Niners are 2.5 point favorites. The over under is 48.5, and this game has tons of injuries on both sides. The 49ers, they don't even have Bryce Huff anymore. And then for the Giants, missing Adebo and Cordell Flott on the defensive side, that's not good at all. And tons of other guys as well, like Holland. So for the EPA stats, just to kind of break down who these teams are, the Giants offensively are 23rd in EPA, and defensively they're 26th. So not very good at either one of them. But the 49ers, it's kind of the same. 49ers are 20th in offensive EPA and 21st in defensive EPA. Now, considering how, at least on the 49ers offense, they've gone through a lot of quarterback changes, and the Giants have too with Russ and Jackson Dart. Some of those, EPA numbers, you could break them up depending on which quarterback you want to look at. And then for the defense, the Giants defense suffering a lot of injuries, Niners defense suffering a ton of injuries over the past month or so. In this game, it's going to be really hard to tell what's going to happen. The Giants could either fall flat on their face after that Cam Scadaboo injury, and it's a bit intangible, but I really do think that's what this game is going to be about, is what does this football team have without Scadaboo from an energy standpoint. And I think they're going to be fired up for at least this game. I think maybe 2-3 games into not having Scadaboo, 2 losses, it might get old. That's when you might see the players start to quit and whatnot. But I think at least for this game, they're going to want to win it for him. And who knows what happens after that. But I've got a good feeling about the Giants. I mean, we saw the Niners run out of gas last week against the Texans. And at least our pass rush is still going to be there. So we can be glad for that. And I'm going to take the Giants to win this game, 26-23. And just a really weird game. That is going to be the over on 48.5. And that's going to be Giants plus 2.5. So I'll repeat again, Giants 26-23. Dan, what do you think about this game?
Overall, I can't lie to you. I do agree with you fully on the sense that the Giants are definitely going to come out fired up this game. I think Scadaboo being out is going to send a different kind of message, and I believe he'll be on the sideline, I think, this week,
I think.
if I remember correctly. So it's that energy that he's probably going to have. I expect out of all people to have a game, probably Tyron Tracy, if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see Dart throwing it a whole, what's it called? Not a Giants receiver might not blow up this week, but I just feel like the run game is gonna want to get really defined this week. So definitely I would have Tyron Tracy for over whatever FanDuel or DraftKings got on their spread for his rushing yards. But overall, I see the Giants score. I also see it being like a really big defensive game, if I'm gonna be honest too, because I think both teams defensively could go and go toe to toe with the offenses. It's kind of just showing who showed up more on offense. So I will take the Giants as well, but I'll take the Giants 20-17.
2017. All right, so you're taking the under on this one, and I could see that too. I don't really know which way it's gonna occur, whether it's gonna be some defensive slugfest, or some offensive shootout, because at least in the Giants season, we've seen both in the same game occur. So it's like there's no telling what's going to happen. But I do feel I haven't heard a lot of confidence from other people that the Giants are going to win this game. And I don't feel like it's like the Eagles game at all, where you're kind of reaching and using wishful thinking for it. I think there's a real chance the Giants win this game. This Niners team is beat up, and they kind of got exposed last week. So that's my thought and Danny's thoughts on the Giants 49ers game. Let's move on to Sunday night.